Why do women pick bad men? Not why do bad men exist? That's obvious. The real question is, why do they get chosen? And the answer isn't simple, but it is clear. It's not because women are weak. It's not because they're bad at relationships. It's because attraction, emotion, history, and biology don't always line up with good judgment. And if you don't understand that, you'll repeat the same cycle with a different face. Let's break this down honestly. 1. Confidence gets mistaken for character. A lot of women are drawn to confidence, and they should be. But confidence without integrity, that's just arrogance in a nice suit. The loudest man in the room isn't always the safest one. 2. Chemistry overrides logic. You feel that spark, that intensity, and suddenly your standards start negotiating. Your gut whispers, something's off, but your emotions say, give him a chance. That's how red flags get rebranded as potential. 3. The fixer instinct. Some women see a broken man and think, I can help him. Let me say this clearly. You are not a rehabilitation center for emotionally unavailable men. 4. Familiar pain feels like love. If chaos, inconsistency, or emotional neglect feels familiar, it can feel like home. So you end up choosing what feels normal, not what's actually healthy. 5. Fast attention feels like real connection. Texting all day, compliments early, intensity right out the gate. That's not always love. That's often strategy. Male personality types. Let's get practical. Not all men are the same, but patterns exist. Learn them. 1. The charmer. Pros. Confident, engaging, exciting, makes you feel seen and desired, socially skilled. Cons. Can be manipulative, often performs instead of being real, may juggle multiple women. Reality check. If it feels like a movie, it might be a performance. 2. The project. The fixer-upper pros. Shows vulnerability, can be emotionally deep, feels like a meaningful connection. Cons. Unstable, inconsistent, relies on you for emotional regulation. Progress is slow or non-existent. Reality check. Potential is not a relationship. Results are. 3. The player. Short-term strategist. Pros. Fun, adventurous, high energy, knows how to create excitement. Cons. Avoids commitment, prioritizes himself, leaves emotional damage behind. Reality check. If he moves fast, he usually leaves fast. 4. The provider. Stable builder. Pros. Reliable, consistent, goal-oriented, protective and structured. Cons. May lack emotional depth, can be controlling if unhealthy, not always exciting. Reality check. Boring is underrated when it comes to peace. 5. The nice guy. Low conflict supporter. Pros. Kind, patient, respectful, low drama. Cons. May lack assertiveness, can become passive or resentful, might struggle to lead. Reality check. Kindness is essential, but backbone matters too. 6. The balanced man. Rare, but real. Pros. Confident and respectful, consistent and emotionally aware, sets boundaries and honors yours. Cons. Takes time to reveal himself, doesn't rush intensity, might not give instant fireworks. Reality check. He doesn't chase chaos, so if you're used to chaos, he might feel boring at first. The pattern. Most people miss. Bad men don't always win because they're better. They win because they're faster, louder, and more intentional early on. Good men, they move slower, they build, they observe. So if your selection process rewards speed and intensity, you'll keep picking the wrong ones. How to screen men. This is where you take control. Let's make this actionable. 1. Slow everything down. Time exposes truth. Rushing hides it. 2. Watch consistency, not words. Anyone can say the right thing for 2 weeks. Watch what happens after a month. 2. 3. 3. Test boundaries early. Say no. Disagree. Set limits. Refuse to have sex. A good man respects it. A bad man pushes back. 4. Look at his past patterns. How does he talk about exes? If every ex is crazy, you're next in line. 5. Pay attention to effort versus intensity. Intensity is easy. Effort is sustained. One burns hot. The other builds something real. 6. Check emotional accountability. Can he admit when he's wrong? Or does everything somehow become your fault? 7. Don't ignore small red flags. There's no such thing as a small red flag. There are only early warnings. Final truth. The goal isn't to avoid men. The goal is to become the kind of woman who doesn't tolerate the wrong ones long enough for damage to happen. You don't need better luck. You need better filters. And once your standards rise, your options may shrink, but your outcomes improve. So don't chase sparks. Don't chase attention. Don't chase potential. Choose character. Choose consistency. Choose peace. Because the right man won't confuse you. He'll make your life make sense.